Hey, what's up everyone? Adam here with brahwegotthis, and today I'm going to give my thoughts and review of the newest DLC to hit ESO, and that is the Deadlands. This review will encompass all aspects of the DLC, from the base game quality of life changes, to the zone, to the story, the activities you can do, and the overall aesthetic. I'll also go over briefly what I'm looking to see in the future of ESO as well. Thank you again to all my patrons. Thank you so much for the support. If you'd like to become a patron, check out the link below in the description. And you can check out our Discord and my website, brahwegotthis.com, and you can follow us on twitch.tv/brahwegotthis, where I stream live. All that is in the description. Real quick, I do want to make this disclaimer. There will be some spoiler-ish material probably in this video, just because I'll be talking about the zone and the story, but I'm not going to be super in-depth in the story. I'm not going to be like reading dialogue or anything like that. I'm just going to be showing footage in the background, so if you don't want to see any of that, this is your chance to look away or just listen to the video. But I assume that if you clicked on this video, you really don't have any worries about spoilers. Real quick though, if you do like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, you all. But without further ado, let's get into this video and what my thoughts are about the new DLC. We will first start out with the story and the questing. Once again and always, ESO hits it out of the park with story and questing content. This MMO has the best of any, and it really just makes your experience 100 times better. I mean, I was having just so much fun on stream just listening to the dialogue, the music, and just taking it all in when it comes to the quests at the year-end expansion here, or mini expansion. The main quest was thoroughly enjoyable, and same with the side quests. I think this is one of ESO's strong suits that makes it stand out in so many ways when you compare it to other MMOs, because it actually makes you like running quests. I mean, it's not agonizing. The voice actors and characters are full of life, and I just loved specifically our Daedrat friend, who I won't mention his name, but whoever voice acted that character did an outstanding job. Also, is it just me, or do Daedra have really cool voices in this game? Like, I love the effect that they have when they speak in the game. It's fantastic. Now let's go ahead and talk about the zone and the aesthetics. The zone was absolutely another stunner and overachiever. First off, I love Fargrave. I love it because it's cosmic looking. I love the design. I love all the houses that have quote-unquote collectors, if you want to say that, and you see the people like in them have all these odd collections in their houses just everywhere. It looks like literally like a house in ESO that a player would have. It really reminded me of that dude, the Collector, I think his name is, from Guardians of the Galaxy. But I just love how there's these, back alley places. You've got things hanging up. There's like different tiers to the levels of the area, and just how the town itself just felt as you walk through. It's one of the coolest places in ESO, I think, hands down in my opinion now. And I kind of just want to stay there all the time. And it just really does blow me away that the zone teams, and I guess you could say the design teams, they keep one-upping each other. Like, there's so, in every year in ESO, there's just another zone that's just fantastic, and it just, the way it looks is even better than before. I mean, you look at the base game zones and then you look at the DLC and expansion zones. I mean, it's just come so far, and I think even the base game ones look great, but I mean, it's just fantastic how it just builds upon each other, and they really capture that in the game, and I think that's just really cool. The Deadlands, when you talk about the zone, was also fantastically made. I love how it has two biomes, the Burn and the Sever. I think that zone team did a great job with this as well, with a different feel for these. I love traversing the Deadlands zone, and I love the musical score. Once again, the zone design team knocked the DLC out of the park. Moving on to the activities. This section will cover the overland content or any new content that came to the game via exclusively the expansion. So as far as the overland activities go, I think the delves and the world bosses were enjoyable. They have some really cool designs, and Zos just keeps doing a great job with these. Nothing crazy with them, but they're fun. Now, the Wandering Executioner World Boss Pluses, let's talk about that. These are new to the game, and these are cool, but I'm a little disappointed in them. I love the fight. I love the idea. I love the execution, no pun intended. But again, y'all, where are the rewards for killing these? Like, I feel like there needs to be more reward or something. Like, these are so cool in the Deadlands, and this new type of overland content could drop different cosmetics and all other sorts of things, but really all it drops is overland gear. And to me, I just feel like I would like to see them expand upon these. I love that they wander around the world, but I need more incentive to hunt them down. Like, there's 3 of them, and once you complete 3 of them, you get an achievement, but that's it. you know? So it's kind of like, give me some replayability with this. Like, there's so much potential for replayability with these, and I don't understand it. Like, I just don't. But they're cool. It's just, I just want there to be replayability with them. I mean, I don't want to just kill them 3 times and be done with it, you know? But besides that, the things I just mentioned, there wasn't really a lot added to the game in regards from just the DLC when it comes to activities. They didn't add an arena or any other thing like a weapon line, which I didn't really expect them to, but I'm just pointing that out. But what they did do is add insane quality of life changes to the base game, which we will go over now. This is one of the greatest quality of life updates we've gotten basically since last year when they killed it with Markarth stickers, the sticker book. But this year they added the Armory System, and this system I could spend tons of time talking about it and just how much it affects the game and how much it impacts the game in a positive way. But this system is just amazing. I have a full guide on this in the description, but essentially this system lets you save builds and switch between them in an instant. This is something that I didn't even know ESO really needed, but it did. Like, I can have 4 builds from my main account on one character, and it's just so nice. I mean, like, if I want to tank a DLC dungeon on my Dragonite, I can just switch to a tank roll, you know, and switch my tank build. You know, I can grind for that build. I don't have to have multiple characters anymore. It's just amazing. I saw people telling me in stream that they have a crafter role now on their character that they just spec into when doing writs, and they can use skill points just for that. So they have all their skill points. They don't even have to grind skill points that much. Like before, you could have all your crafting lines unlocked and leveled up with your main skills. I have that on my main account, but you have to get a lot of skill points. It's not like easy to do that. And so now you can just have a separate build for your crafter if you want. You can literally just put like a minimal amount of skill points in your crafter and you're good, and CP. So it really gives you the flexibility to play however you want to play on your character and really just audible into something else. I can't explain to you the impact this really has for the game. I mean, you know, we talk about replayability, and I'm interested to see how replayability is affected from other aspects of this coming up, but like, I love that you can do this, and I am just so pleased with this system. I think it's a fantastic system. It's 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Next is the curated or smart RNG system. This is another system that I really love, and this system again is free for everyone. Just like the Armory system, it's free. But this system allows you to grind for item sets that you don't have in activities, and you have almost a guaranteed shot of getting the pieces you don't have. It's not 100%, but it's like 98%. Players are rejoicing around the world as they get their Burning Spellweave staff, their Medusa staff, Mother Sorrow. Tears are in people's eyes, and the ESO community is astounded by this update. The quality of life update has just really, it made me kind of excited to grind sets. Like, there's no really achievement, I guess, for collecting all the sets, but it kind of wanted me to complete my sticker book, which is something that I think is good. I've been really looking for something in this game that is going to give me something to grind and replay, and now I have something with that, and I'm actually really excited for it. But this is just really nice because it just makes getting armor sets easier, and not as not as just annoying, I guess, but like, it's just really nice because some dungeons take a long time to do, and some activities take a while to do. So when you don't get that drop, it's just really disheartening. So I really like that they added this for everyone. Another quality of life change was instant mail. This is going to be nice for a lot of players that trade. Moving on to our last 2 big changes that affected all players with this is the implementation of hybrid stats on basically all item sets and proc sets that can now crit. These are 2 changes that I haven't tested personally, but I know other creators have. The feedback from proc sets critting seems to be mainly positive, and hybrid stat changes for item sets seems to be a cool direction that they want to go. Only time will really tell if this is going to be something that really affects the game and allows players to have more build diversity, which is what they're going for. So, you know, I think this is a good change in my review, but, you know, I guess we'll see the long-term effects eventually. So with this update wrapping up for the year of ESO, we look onward to 2022. Q1 will be the next piece of content that we get for ESO unless they change their model, and we probably won't get news on the new chapter until sometime in January. What should we expect from this though? What would I like to see from this? Well, I have a whole video speculating the next expansion, but expectations I think for ZOS should be at least to continue to try to get PvP to a workable state for players and to improve server stability. But I'm expecting, besides that, something groundbreaking next year, and I really think ZOS needs it. And in that, you know, what I would like to see for the next update is I'd love to see ZeniMax really go beyond and outside the box with this next chapter. And I don't know what that means. Like, you know, I don't know if a class would be going beyond or outside the box, but I'm looking for something maybe that's just groundbreaking in the game. So maybe that's like a new way to play the game. So like a 5-man dungeon, or maybe like a 6-man trial or 8-man trial, or maybe there's like a new PvE in-game type of material. Like, I would just like to see something like that. And another thing I would like to see next year is I would like to see more replayability. And I know I'm going to make a video on this, but like, I know people, when they hear that, they're like, dude, there's so much to do. I get that. But believe me, I've played this game for 6+ years, and I've done a lot of the content, and they're making the content almost have an end if you think about it. Like with the item set collection system, you can actually get all the item sets in the game, you know, and it's really kind of linear. And then with the army system, you can kind of play any role, and so you can get those really mastered really well. And since ESO doesn't have a constant gear score grind, like there is a point in the game where like if you complete all the hard achievements that you want, if you complete all the dungeons, if you get all the skins, if you get all the motifs, get all the item sets, you're really just then creating your own end game, whether that be housing, you know, trading, whatever it is. There's a lot of things that you can create for your own end game. But the something that I've really been missing in ESO has been something that gets me playing it over and over and over again. That's why I've been harping a little bit on the executioner thing, because it's like that is another thing along with Oblivion portals I just feel like they really missed on. Like, I love the idea of both of those things, but there's so much more you could put in those in that content to make it replayable. So I would really like to see them make a step to do that next year. And it doesn't matter if it's content that's already in the game. You know, it could be, again, like an Overland Plus mode, where it's like veteran mode for questing, and you get like these cool cosmetics, right? If you do that, you know, it could be a new type of content, you know, that you can do as well. I don't know, but I want to make a video on this, and I will be making a video on this, but that's something I would really like to see next year. But all in all, wrapping up this DLC review, I would give this DLC review a pretty solid score, an 8 or 9 out of 10 in my opinion. I think that I don't think there's a DLC or expansion in the last 4 years in ESO that hasn't delivered when it comes to questing, aesthetics, overland content, zone design. I mean, I can't think of one in the last 4 years that just hasn't done well. Really where I give my criticism for these reviews are what aspects come to the game that are new, what kind of quality of life updates. They killed it with quality of life. The updates for the base game were just fantastic. The armory system was amazing. The item set curation's amazing. But I would have liked to see a little bit more fleshing out of the executioner system. I think that they could have really put some replayability in that, and maybe a little bit more, you know, overland content to do in the Deadlands. I think would have been pretty cool as well. But I would give it an 8.5, I'd say, out of 10 for the DLC. But if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date on all the content in the channel. Let me know what you think about the DLC down below in the comment section. I'd like to get y'all's feedback as well. But again, this is opinion based, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But until next time, y'all, just remember to have faith, be great, and I'll see you in the Deadlands.